Jury selection will start next week. I trust both sides will be ready.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
With due respect, Your Honor, I've just been retained. I need time to make the strongest possible case for my client.
Well, I suggest you get busy, Miss Williamson. We're dealing with a high-profile case here, and issues of a very sensitive nature. We can't count on a clean jury pool unless we move this trial along. Court is adjourned.
All rise. What just happened?
What happened is that I don't have much time to prove you're innocent. So you better be telling me the truth.
That judge was out for you the minute he sat down on the bench, Todd.
Yeah, only because he sat in that chair one too many times, Blair. Look, I'm sure I don't have to be the one to tell you this. A lot of people in this town are out for your blood.
There's no shame if you want to throw in the towel early, counsel.
Oh, yeah, you wish. I'll see you at jury selection, Mr. Hughes.
Someone else is here to see you.
Is it Evangeline? Hey.
Yeah, it looks bad. It looks really bad. It looks like the odds are stacked against us, but we're not going to give up, Todd, all right? You got Evangeline. You got me. And we're going to help you win this, all right? And
Want some more bad news?
Yeah, sure, why not? Keep it coming.
I just got the autopsy report from the outside ME you hired. Looks like Todd Manning's been selling you a bill of goods.
This doesn't incriminate Todd.
Come on. He was the last person with Cochran before she went into the water.
Okay, find me a witness that can prove that, and we'll talk.
Hey, Evangeline.
Didn't you at least bring me some coffee? The swell they got in this place will kill me before the state does.
I got some bad news, Todd.
What?
The judge just denied my request for continuance, and your case goes to trial as scheduled.
But she'll be ready, right?
I don't think so.
Why not?
Because I quit.
You can't quit.
I thought I was completely clear when I said that I would represent you only if you were completely honest with me.
I have been completely honest with you. Margaret threw herself in that lake and she drowned.
Mm-hmm. And was that before or after she strangled herself?
What?
She wasn't breathing when she hit the water.
That medical examiner's report is bogus. You get an outside expert.
I'm holding the outside expert's report in my hand, and it made the prosecution very happy.
What does that mean?
Margaret was dead before she hit the water. She had to be, because there was no water in her lungs, Todd. And now there are 2 reports that prove it.
Then they're both wrong. I'm telling you the truth. Margaret was alive when she fell off that boat. She killed herself.
Is this a performance? Because if it is,
No,
it's
it's the
brilliant.
truth.
It's your best work.
It's the
really.
truth.
Then explain the evidence, Todd.
I can't. That doesn't make any sense to me. Unless her clothes came off when she jumped in and they got wrapped around her neck or something.
Then she would have been breathing for a few seconds at least.
Coroners make mistakes, don't they?
Not like this, and not twice.
Then it's a first. Because I didn't strangle her. Are you just trying to bail because things are starting to get tough?
I've interviewed a lot of your friends, or I should say people that know you, and they all say the same thing. That after Margaret Cochran disappeared, you became a very different person. You were suddenly a lot calmer. You were sure that Margaret was never going to be a problem anymore. You fired all the bodyguards you had protecting your family. You painted on a beard, for God's sake. Todd, how do you think that makes you look?
Nobody has to know about that. Just keep it out of the evidence. You're so good.
I'm not a magician. And you're a proven liar.
Yeah, okay, I admit I lied to a lot of people, but not about this. I swear on the lives of my children, I did not kill Margaret.
One of those children is dead, Todd. The one that Margaret Cochran was carrying.
I wouldn't kill my own child, no matter who the mother was. You believe me, don't you?
She wasn't breathing when she hit the water.
That medical examiner's report is bogus. You get an outside expert.
I'm holding the outside expert's report in my hand, and it made the prosecution very happy.
What does that mean?
Margaret was dead before she hit the water. She had to be, because there was no water in her lungs.
Ready?
Thanks. Hey.
Hey.
What's going on? You said it was an emergency.
It is. You gotta get me out of here.
I'm doing everything I can to get you an acquittal.
No, I mean now, tonight.
Todd, you know I can't do that. The judge didn't grant bail.
Can we appeal that?
I don't have time for another bail hearing. I'm using every spare minute to work on your case. No, you just have to be patient. Just
If
a
I
little
don't
bit
get out of
longer.
here tonight, I'm gonna lose my wife.
Blair believes in you, Todd. She will be waiting for you when this is over.
Not if Spencer Truman can help it.
What does Spencer Truman have to do with anything?
Came here tonight and he offered to testify in my defense.
What? Do you have any idea how much that helps our case? Someone of his stature to poke holes in the
I
prosecution.
told him to go to hell.
You did what? Todd. Todd, the only way we're going to refute the autopsy reports is to have someone like him.
He's
Why
trying to
would you
make
do
himself
that?
look good to my wife.
If it gets
He's
you
been
out of
after
here,
her since day one.
It doesn't make any difference if it gets you out of here. Blair doesn't want Spencer, Todd. She wants you. What's going on here?
It's Blair. She's been confused lately. She's been upset about a lot of things. And
About you?
if I could just talk to her. If I could just make her see that she can still trust me.
I don't know if I can make that happen, Todd.
Just a few hours. That's all I need. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if I get out. I won't have a woman to go home to.
I'll talk to the DA, okay? But don't get your hopes up, because that 𖹭's, he's out for your blood. 𖹭, I'm so sorry. I need another favor.
Saving Christian Vega's future isn't enough for one night?
I need a 24-hour leave for Todd Manning.
Leave from jail. Are you actually serious?
He wants some time with his kids, with his wife. He's afraid someone's trying to steal her away from him.
That would be me. I don't know what Todd's thinking. He's certainly not trying to steal Blair. It's all in his head.
Then there's no reason to give Manning a leave. Not that I even considered it.
Are you still serious about testifying for Todd as a medical expert?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, my offer still stands as long as Todd wants to accept it, sure.
Why would you even want to? 𖹭. Yeah. Thanks. That was the coroner's office. Margaret Cochran's body's being released in the morning. She'll be buried next to her niece, Ginger Foley. Marcy, if you'll excuse me, I'm sorry. I think I need to go check in at the office.
Yeah, well, you know, I gotta get home anyway. So, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Good luck with John Doe.
See you. Listen, I am serious, though, about my offer, all right? Just give me a call if Todd decides he wants my help, all right?
Thanks.
Visitor Manning. Hello, Evangeline. Where you been?
Clearing an innocent man of murder charges.
That's what you're doing for me, right? So what'd you think when Blair told you about 𝖹.𖹭?
I was surprised.
He did a pretty good job, didn't he? Digging that stuff up about Margaret. She could swim. She was a champion swimmer.
Yes, she was.
It's the missing piece, right? Right?
I think it's interesting that Margaret lied to you about not being able to swim.
Interesting. That's it? It proves she set me up.
I'm afraid not.
Why?
Margaret was strangled. She may have been setting you up, but she didn't strangle herself.
There's plenty of people that could have strangled Margaret.
Well, we only need one to prove reasonable doubt.
Ginger Foley.
But her niece?
Why not?
She wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, that's what Blair said. Why does everyone keep shooting down my ideas?
Todd, I'm only telling you what the DA is going to say when we get to court. We need to come up with another viable suspect who had means, motive, and opportunity.
That's what I'm trying to do.
So, who else besides you had a reason to want Margaret dead? I'm going to focus all my efforts on coming up with a list of viable suspects. It's going to be my #1 priority.
It's my only priority.
Before I go, I have something for you. It's a Christmas present.
Is there a nail file in here somewhere?
Not quite.
Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, it's his autobiography. You know, he spent a lot of time in prison, and he never gave up hope.
Yeah, 26 years. You think I'm gonna be in here that long?
Not even close.
Is that a promise?
I'm gonna get you out of here. Todd, I'm gonna do everything I can to find out who really did kill Margaret Cochran, I promise you. Okay. Merry Christmas.
You too.
Counselor?
Counselor? You're sitting there?
Yes, I want my client sitting right here, where the jury can get a better look at an innocent man. Worried?
Nope. Just making sure I get a jury that'll nail Manning to the wall.
Why are you taking this case so personally?
I'm adopted.
You're adopted. That's wonderful. But what in the world does that have to do with Margaret Cochran?
Her baby. Todd never wanted it. Margaret did, but she wouldn't have been allowed to raise the child.
If she'd been caught.
Either way, that kid would have been better off with different parents.
Adoptive parents. Okay, I'm getting it.
Yeah, people who would have loved him. People who would have given him a good life. Margaret Cochran's baby deserved a shot at that, but he never got it because of Todd Manning.
I respect your wanting justice for that baby. I do. The problem is that Todd Manning did not kill him.
Well, that's for a jury to decide. And they will.
The first of the prospective jurors have been briefed on the facts of the case. Both sides will now have the chance to question them. Each side will get 6 preemptory challenges, which, as you know, means that you may excuse up to 6 potential jurors without giving a reason. Other jurors may be challenged for cause. The prosecution will go first. And juror number 47 has been randomly selected.
Thank you, Your Honor. My name is Hugh Hughes. I'm the prosecutor of this case. It says here on your questionnaire that you are married.
That's right.
Any children?
2. My little boy is 3, and I have a baby girl, 11 months old.
Your Honor, I would like to stipulate that this juror be excused.
All right, you're excused. I call juror number 16.
Now, is this because she's a mother?
Yes, Todd, she is a mother with babies. She could identify with Margaret.
We can't get rid of all the mothers.
You're retired.
Yes,
What was your previous job?
I was a CPA.
A certified public accountant, just like the deceased, Margaret Cochran.
Yes.
Did you ever work with Miss Cochran?
Heard she was a top numbers cruncher. Nice lady, too.
Your Honor, I'd like to stipulate.
You're excused.
So you've only got 4 more of those stipulate, whatever they're things. Well, what if I get left with some kind of bloodthirsty mob?
Have you heard or read anything about this case?
Oh, just the usual gossip at the store where I work.
Oh, you're a cashier at a convenience store, right? Mm-hmm. Do you ever pick up the tabloids at the counter?
Oh, all the time.
Have you ever read The Sun?
That's my favorite one.
Your Honor, I move to excuse this juror. So you have the utmost respect for law officers.
Yes, sir.
Do you personally know any law enforcement officers?
Practically everybody in my family. I'm starting police academy this spring.
I stipulate, Your Honor. If it came to a penalty phase, could you consider the death sentence?
If someone kills, they should burn in hell.
I stipulate, Your Honor.
Stipulate.
Stipulate.
I move to excuse, Your Honor.
I move to excuse for cause.
Agreed.
Agreed.
I have no further questions. Thank you, Your Honor.
No further questions.
The court will stand in recess until after the new year, at which time the trial will commence. The defendant will remain in custody until such time.
All rise.
How'd we do?
Not as well as I'd hoped.
But you'll be able to work with it, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll do my best. But we do have our work cut out for us.
Time to go.
Hang in there.
All in all, not a bad jury.
I'm great with it.
Nice try, but it's pro-prosecution and you know it. So I'm going to offer you a deal. I'm offering you one last chance to save your client's life. With the jury we just landed, Todd Manning's as good as dead. So I'm willing to cut a deal.
I'm listening.
Todd pleads guilty. I agree to life in prison. No parole. It's either that or he's dead man walking. So what's it gonna be?
Hey, nervous, rookie?
You guys aren't going to get me.
You look a little rattled.
On the contrary, I've never felt more confident. I've got motive, means, and opportunity, not to mention a little thing called evidence on my side.
Then all you're missing is the truth.
My first case, fresh out of law school, the guy swore up and down that he was innocent, but I put him away. And the victim's family was so grateful, his kid brother insisted on paying me with this. I haven't lost a case since.
That's so cute. It's a little Lucky Charm. You use little Lucky Charms to win cases.
No, counselor, no. I won because I got the defendant to break down on the stand and confess to everything. The golden dollar's just a fun little story to tell. Now who's got the jitters?
Must be me.
Yes, must be.
I believe in you.
That's good to hear, Blair. Because we're in for a fight.
The Honorable Judge Terrence McClellan presiding. You may be seated.
This is the case of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Todd Manning. Is counsel prepared to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
I am, Your Honor.
The court will hear the district attorney's opening statement. Mr. Hughes?
Over the coming weeks, you'll hear the story of an emotionally twisted, mentally disturbed individual, a rapist, a kidnapper, a child abuser, and to be blunt, a sociopath. Margaret Cochran was not a well woman. That is a fact, and the prosecution will not deny it. And when the defense presents its case and offers evidence of Miss Cochran's insanity and how she cruelly and viciously pursued the destruction of the Manning Kramer family, you will hear no objection from me. That I promise you. Margaret Cochran was a terrorist, plain and simple. A woman who deserved incarceration. She deserved rehabilitation. What she did not deserve was to be murdered. No civilized society can condone murder under any circumstances. Mr. Manning had numerous opportunities to turn to the proper authorities, but he didn't. And the results were horrific beyond words. Todd Manning murdered Margaret Cochran. But that crime was nothing compared to what he did to an innocent baby. His child. His own flesh and blood. Todd Manning committed infanticide. Perhaps one of the most heinous and unforgivable of crimes. And this wasn't a crime of passion done in the heat of the moment. It was all meticulously plotted. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, in the coming days, you will be told of an emotionally twisted, mentally disturbed individual, rapist, kidnapper, child abuser, sociopath. And he's sitting right there on trial for murdering a woman who was all of those things as well. With one difference. She wanted to give an innocent baby a chance to live.
That is a lie. Dad would not do any of those things, okay? He would not do anything to me.
I will not tolerate outbursts in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove her.
Star, come on. He wouldn't do any of that. You understand me?
I understand that emotions run high in trials such as these, but this court will not tolerate disruptive behavior.
I'm not going anywhere, Mom.
Sweetheart, we need
I'm
you to
going
go
back in that
please.
courtroom. And Miss Williamson, will you please get me on the stand?
I'm sorry, honey. It won't help. Not right now.
Sorry, you're not a little girl anymore. I mean, you are becoming a beautiful grown woman, and, you know, your father and I trust you to make the right decision for everybody.
So you're saying that what I said and did in there didn't help?
You meant well, and we all knew that. But the only way we can really help your father's case right now is to do exactly what the judge wants.
And he wants me to go to school?
Yeah.
Dorian, will you take her?
Okay, fine.
Of course I will. Come on, sweetheart.
Ms. Williamson, would you care to bring the court up to date on what's going on?
Your Honor, Star, Mr. Manning's daughter, has left the building.
Good. Then I'm confident that there will be no further histrionics.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. It's obvious how much young Ms. Manning loves her father. But I must ask you not to take that into consideration as you weigh the defendant's guilt or innocence. A child's love is unconditional. But the law is a very different matter. Compelling as it is, emotion has no place in these proceedings. and I will not tolerate disruptive behavior in my courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to bear witness to some of the most graphic, violent images you've ever seen. Over and over, you will be subjected to them. In addition to that, you will hear all about a man with a background that is in many ways less than honorable. But this trial is not about the kind of man Todd Manning was. No, this trial is about a monster who did everything in her power to annihilate Todd Manning, to destroy Blair Kramer, and who, among many other heinous acts, attempted to slit the throat of their oldest daughter. In the coming days, you and I will be compelled to look at horrific pictures and evidence, and you will want to turn away and pretend that things like this just can't happen to the people who live next door. I'll want to turn away too, but I won't, because an innocent man is facing life in prison. If District Attorney Hughes is willing to sign off on the fact that Margaret Cochran was certifiably psychotic with no objection, then the defense is equally willing to sign off on the fact that Todd Manning did lure Margaret Cochran out of hiding on the night in question. He was at the end of his rope. There is no doubt about that. Margaret Cochran had stabbed him, and she had vowed to kill his wife and daughter. How far would any of us go to protect and defend our family? You will all hear testimony that Todd Manning was at Lantano Lake on that night. Was he? Yes. Was he terrified that Margaret would bury him and his family? Of course he was. But Todd Manning is not on trial for his intentions, only for his actions. And when the moment came, he couldn't go through with it. Todd Manning felt his baby kick in its mother's womb, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't kill her. Because in spite of what the prosecution would lead you to believe, Todd Manning is a changed man. He's a loving man. He is an innocent man who could never hurt any of his children. And this isn't just his attorney talking. No, we all just witnessed the depth of a daughter's love for her father and his for her. Todd Manning may be many things, but a cold-blooded murderer he is not. At the conclusion of this trial, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, you will have more than reasonable doubt that Todd Manning could possibly be guilty of the murders of Margaret Cochran and his unborn child. Thank you.
The court will stand in recess for 90 minutes, at which time the prosecution will call its first witness.
All rise.
You know what? I think it helped, don't you? Evangeline, Star, even as upsetting as it was, I think it helped the case, don't you?
Well, let's hope. Hey.
Hey. Well, I ain't a lawyer, but your opening statement seemed real strong.
Well, my argument will hardly be flattering to Landview's finest. You can't be too happy about that.
as long as justice is served.
Is that the only reason you're here?
As you know, I found that baby's body floating in the lake. I felt I should be here. For him. No matter what the verdict is.
How come that VA looks so much more relaxed than Evangeline over here?
Because he's a jerk, and he's just trying to make us nervous.
It's working.
Shouldn't be much longer. Judge McClellan insists on staying on schedule.
Evangeline won't let you down. Evangeline, you knew that Vicky was called to testify?
Hugh submitted Vicky's name at the last minute.
Oh, and this is the first we hear about it.
Vicky didn't have an option, right?
No, I didn't. I'm so sorry about this. The last thing I want to do is hurt your case because I believe in you and I hope you know that. I'm going to sit down, okay?
All right. I'm glad you're here no matter what the reason.
Good luck.
Superior Court of Lantano County is now in session. Judge Terrence McClellan presiding.
You may be seated. You saw the defendant, Todd Manning, at Lantano Lake on September 19th, 2005.
Yep, I saw him. He was fighting with a pregnant woman. I thought it was his wife, but now I see it differently.
You cleaned and detailed Mr. Manning's car on September 20th, 2005. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And would you describe for the court the condition of the car's interior?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Your Honor, this man is an expert in his field. I'm simply asking for his observations.
Overruled. You may answer.
The interior was covered with mud. It was caked all over the place.
And this mud that you saw, could it have come from, just say, the bottom of a lake?
Objection. The defense has already stipulated that Mr. Manning was at the lake.
Sustained.
Did you see any blood in the defendant's car?
Objection. Leading the witness.
Sustained. Be careful, Mr. Hughes.
Sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry. Let's move on. You said that on September 20th, 2005, you discovered that some mud had been tracked into the defendant's apartment building.
Yeah, it was all over the back stairwell.
Does the defendant regularly use the back stairwell to enter his apartment?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Overruled. You may answer the question.
Mr. Manning's in the penthouse. He always uses the elevator.
So having seen this mess in the back stairwell, do you believe that the defendant was trying to sneak into his apartment building on the night of the murder without anyone seeing that he was covered with mud?
Objection, Your Honor.
Withdrawn.
Consider yourself warned, Mr. Hughes. You keep pushing your luck, and I will hold you in contempt.
No further questions. The defendant pays your salary, isn't that correct, Mr. Denton?
I'm an investigative journalist for Mr. Manning's newspaper, and he's the best boss I ever had. He'd back you up in a barroom.
Move to strike the witness's character assessment of the defendant.
I'll let it stand.
As Todd Manning's employee, did he ever ask you to do anything that fell outside the realms of your regular duties?
What do you mean? Like make coffee or pick up his dry cleaner?
Objection, Your Honor. This line of questioning is completely irrelevant.
I disagree, Ms. Williamson. You may continue.
I'll rephrase. Did he ever ask you to do anything besides reporting?
Yeah, but it was nothing illegal, if that's what you mean.
Do you think it's legal to change the timestamp on a surveillance tape to place someone in one location when they're actually someplace else?
It depends. The tape you're talking about, it wasn't like it was confiscated by the cops. I mean, my boss gave it to them of his own free will.
All right, then. So you admit that you doctored the surveillance tape to place Todd Manning at his office on the night Margaret Cochran was murdered? Yes or no?
Yeah, I fixed the tape.
And did you do this at Mr. Manning's request?
Yes, so what? He's my boss. We work for a tabloid. We bend the rules a little bit. What's the big deal? This is America, Your Honor.
This is a little bit more than bending the rules, isn't it, Mr. Denton?
Your Honor, the prosecution's made its point.
Move on, Mr. Hughes.
The boss knew he was a suspect. Anybody in their right mind would be looking for an alibi.
Did Todd Manning ask you point blank to provide him with an alibi?
He paid me for it.
I'm sorry, would you please speak up?
My boss paid me to fix the tape. Anyone in his shoes would have done the same thing. That doesn't mean
Let me be
he
sure
did.
that I understand. Are you saying that you tampered with the surveillance tape that the defendant offered to the police as proof of his whereabouts on the night Margaret Cochran was murdered, and you did this because he asked you point blank to provide him with an alibi?
Okay, now you're twisting around my words.
Sit down and answer the question.
Withdrawn, Your Honor. I think I already have my answer. Your witness.
No questions, Your Honor.
Is that as bad as it looked?
I got my objections in, and the judge ruled equally for both sides.
Mr. Hughes, call your next witness.
The people call Victoria Davidson to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Please state your name and your relationship to the defendant.
My name is Victoria Davidson. Todd Manning is my brother.
I realize that this could be difficult being called to testify against your own brother.
I'm not testifying against anyone. I'm firmly convinced of his innocence.
Move to strike.
Objection, Your Honor. This is the prosecution's witness.
Sustained. You set yourself up for that one, counselor.
When you learned of Margaret Cochran's murder, that she was murdered along with her unborn baby, were you aware that she was pregnant with your brother's child?
Yes. Yes, I was.
And how did you obtain this information?
Todd told me.
So when you heard that Mr. Manning's most bitter enemy was dead, along with her unborn baby, what was your first thought?
Objection, irrelevant.
I'll allow it. Answer the question, Mrs. Davidson.
Did you wonder if Margaret Cochran's death and that of your unborn nephew was the result of foul play at the hands of your brother?
You think you should object to that?
I think Vicky can sell this one.
Yes, I did wonder.
Yeah, she's selling it all right.
So you believe that your brother did kill Margaret Cochran and her unborn baby?
No, I didn't say that. I said I wondered. Because I know that he didn't kill anyone. I know Todd. I know what's in his heart. He's not perfect by any means. He frequently does not have the best of intentions. He makes a great many mistakes. But he would never, never kill a pregnant woman. At the same time, he knew that he was probably going to be the prime suspect, so he did everything in his power to avoid being prosecuted for a crime he did not commit. Unfortunately, he failed. But, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Hughes, the burden of proof is on you. As far as I can see, you've proved nothing.
I understand that you've been through a number of difficult experiences with your brother over the years. Save your objection, counselor. I'm not planning on getting into the witness's history with your client, but I would imagine that the defendant regularly confides in you. Is that correct, Mrs. Davidson?
Objection, Your Honor. This is going nowhere.
Get to the point, Mr. Hughes.
I'll be more specific. Did the defendant ever say to you that he had taken care of the Margaret Cochran problem?
Please answer the question, Mrs. Davidson.
Yes, he did, but that's certainly no admission of guilt.
No further questions.
You planning on countering that?
Just don't say anything. I'll handle it. Hello, Mrs. Davidson. Hi. Isn't it true that you suffer from a condition known as DID, or multiple personality disorder?
Yes, I have in the past.
But isn't it also true that in recent months you've had a relapse? And that you have alternated between yourself and another one of your personalities? Who is on this witness stand now, Mrs. Davidson? You or Nikki Smith? Under the circumstances, can you really be considered a credible witness for the prosecution?
It's true. I've suffered from dissociative identity disorder for years. But the conversations that I had with my brother that I testified to today, they happened when I was integrated. I was completely free of symptoms.
And are you integrated now, Mrs. Davidson?
No, I'm not.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Care to redirect, Mr. Hughes?
No, Your Honor.
You may step down. Ready to call your next witness, Mr. Hughes?
The Commonwealth calls Dr. Spencer Truman.
Well, that's a tough act to follow. I'll do my best.
What the hell is Spencer doing here? Why is he testifying? What does he have to do with this?
Calm down, Todd. We don't want the jury to see you agitated.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Dr. Truman, in your opinion, was the person who murdered Margaret Cochran a man or a woman?
In all likelihood, she was murdered by a man.
Your Honor, the coroner testified to the same thing. To have Dr. Truman repeat what's already been said in this court is, pardon the expression, overkill.
I agree, Ms. Williamson. Do you have any other reason for calling this witness, Mr. Hughes?
I do, Your Honor. Dr. Truman has information about the defendant that goes straight to the heart of this case. Dr. Truman, did you once treat the defendant for a stab wound?
Yes, I did.
Would you describe to the court how that came about?
Well, it was by accident, really. I virtually stumbled upon Mr. Manning outside the hospital. He had been stabbed, he was severely wounded, and he was delirious.
He was delirious?
Fading in and out of consciousness.
And did the defendant say anything?
He said that Margaret Cochran had stabbed him.
And you kept this very important piece of information to yourself?
Well, yes, it did. Todd asked me to keep quiet about it, and doctor-patient confidentiality required that I do so.
And while the defendant was fading in and out, did he say anything else that you recall?
Yes, he did.
What's he talking about?
And what did he say, Doctor?
He mumbled something about Margaret Cochran being pregnant with his child.
I didn't say that.
Are you sure?
How could Spencer have known that Margaret was pregnant all this time and not have told me?
Did the defendant say anything else, Doctor?
Yes, he did.
And what was that? It's okay, Doctor. You are under oath.
He said that the reason Margaret stabbed him was because he had tried to kill her.
Order! Mr. Hughes?
Thank you. Dr. Truman, is there a reason why you didn't come forward with this information sooner?
Well, as I said, doctor-patient confidentiality, but also because there's someone very close to this case, a good friend of mine, who happens to think that Mr. Manning is innocent. And I trust this person, therefore I also believe that Mr. Manning is innocent.
Thank you. No further questions.
Ms. Williamson, do you wish to cross-examine?
I do, Your Honor.
Bury this bastard.
Good afternoon, Dr. Truman.
Good afternoon.
I agree with District Attorney Hughes that your credentials as a physician are impeccable, and I would also like to use your expertise to clarify a few points for all of us. You read the autopsy report carefully, did you not?
Yes, I did. It was pretty straightforward. I would be very surprised if something had escaped me.
The strong probability that Margaret was strangled by a man, that didn't escape you.
No, I agree with the coroner. I believe that Margaret was almost undoubtedly strangled by a man.
Did it escape you that this man was not identified?
No.
Nowhere on the report does the name Todd Manning appear.
That's right.
So as far as you and the coroner know, based upon all the evidence in the autopsy report, it could have been any man in the entire world.
Yes.
Now I'd like to turn to what you heard or what you believe was said when you were treating Mr. Manning's stab wound. You testified that my client was delirious, is that correct?
That's right.
Fading in and out, you said.
Yes.
And yet you believed what he said to be true, the words of a delirious man.
Well, frankly, I didn't give it that much thought.
Oh, because you were busy attending to what must have been a very serious wound if you, such an important physician, were treating him. Is it true that your concern was the wound?
Yes.
So it's not like you were taking notes. You didn't write down the babblings of a delirious man.
No.
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 No. So, since you were so involved in treating this severe injury, is it safe to say that you could have missed some of what was said or misconstrued the meaning?
Dr. Truman has already testified as to what the defendant said.
Is that an objection, Mr. Hughes?
Your Honor, I am simply trying to refresh Dr. Truman's memory, giving him an opportunity to clarify his previous testimony.
Move on, Ms. Williamson.
Seeing as how District Attorney Hughes is so convinced that your previous testimony is the unshakable truth, I have one final question. Is it not true that you testified, sitting on this stand under oath, that you believe Todd Manning is innocent?
Yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Hughes, redirect.
No, Your Honor.
You may step down, Doctor.
Thank you.
This court is now in recess.
All rise.
practically see the sincerity dripping from this guy's mouth. And he never lets you forget he's a doctor. It's this whole, I'm so humble. And all the while he's throwing out his credentials like he's the Surgeon General or something.
Listen, the bottom line is he didn't hurt our case. In fact, I think I managed to twist his testimony so that it favored us.
Evangeline, may I have a word with Todd, please?
Of course. Thank you. Please, Vicky, please just hear me out. I want to apologize for what I had to do to you on that stand. It killed me to have to use your DID to discredit you. It killed me to have to do that.
Why didn't you warn me, you know? I mean, I know you did it to help Todd, and certainly I want to see him go free as much as you do, but you could have warned me.
Well, I guess I shouldn't expect you to. Forgive me. But I do hope that you can understand.
I think that Todd is very lucky to have you for his lawyer. And if your tactics helped my brother, well, then it was worth it.
Thank you. Bury you? Were you even listening? He was trying to help you, Todd.
By telling the jury that I killed Margaret, how does that help me?
He also said he thought you were innocent.
You gotta be kidding me. He would like nothing more than to be front and center at my execution.
Oh, well, excuse me. It's not his fault that you said all those things to him. He was telling the truth.
All right, there's no possible way that the good Dr. Spencer Truman could ever tell a lie. Is that right?
Please, can you both of you just lower your voices?
We can hear you all the way across the room, you know.
Time to get you back to your cell, Manning.
Todd, I'm so sorry I couldn't help you anymore.
Oh, don't you worry about it. At least you're on my side.
Look, I know that Todd is scared, but lashing out at the people who want to help him, there's nobody's gonna win that case.
Go to him, Blair, please. Talk to him. Try to patch things up. Look, the last thing the jury needs to see or even sense is that you and Todd are at odds. If they think you don't believe in him, they're not gonna believe in him either.
I believe in him. He's just making it hard.
Go to him, please. Talk to him. Let him know that you're in his corner.
He knows that. But they're not gonna let me down there now anyway.
I'll make sure that they do. Come on, I'll take you myself. He's not gonna make it through this without you.
Tell me about Todd and Blair. Trouble in paradise?
Well, that depends on whether or not you consider being tried for capital murder trouble.
From what I saw, it looks like she's losing faith in him.
Couldn't be further from the truth. See, Todd is innocent, and Blair knows it.
Well, she's going to have to face a very cold and very hard fact. And so are you, Evangeline. Counselor. Todd Manning is guilty of sin.
Hey.
Hey. Have you seen Blair?
Not yet, but she'll be here. She has to be. The prosecution's called her as a witness. But no worries. You and Blair have made up since that fight you had over Spencer, right? We need her on our side today.
All rise. Superior Court of Lantano County is now in session. Judge Terrence McClellan presiding.
Be seated. Members of the jury, your instructions remain the same as at the commencement of the trial. Mr. Hughes, you may call your next witness.
The Commonwealth calls Lieutenant John McBain, Landview Police Department.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
And based on your initial examination, were you able to determine a cause of death for either victim?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation. The witness is a detective, not a coroner.
Overruled.
Go on, Lieutenant McBain.
The bodies were so badly decomposed, we weren't sure we had a homicide at first. It was several days before we even had an ID on the victims.
But a DNA match later confirmed that the bodies were that of Margaret Cochran and her unborn child. Is that correct?
Yes.
How did you determine that the cause of death was in fact homicide?
According to the coroner's report, the cause of death was strangulation.
So you're certain that Margaret Cochran didn't drown?
According to that report, she was dead before she ever went in the water.
And how did the defendant come to be a suspect in this case?
We had witnesses that placed Manning at the lake on the night of the murder, and his blood was discovered on a tree branch not far from where the bodies were discovered.
Is this the branch?
Yes.
For the record, the witness is referring to Exhibit C. Go on, Lieutenant.
One of Manning's neighbors ran into him on the same night, said he was wet and covered in mud. When we questioned him, he offered up a surveillance tape that put him in his office at the time of the murder. But it was later discovered to be a complete fake.
It was a fake. So the defendant had no alibi for the time in question.
No, we didn't.
Thank you, Lieutenant. No further questions.
You're a witness.
Did you know that Roe Buchanan ordered him to see a department psychiatrist?
Yes, so?
So I think you should use it.
No, Todd, it's completely irrelevant.
Oh, I see. So it was relevant for my sister, but not for him.
Is there a problem, Ms. Williamson?
No, Your Honor. No problem at all. Lieutenant McBain, did you or anyone else in your department investigate any other suspects than Mr. Manning?
Not that I know of.
Can you please tell the court why not?
We didn't get a chance. The evidence against your client was overwhelming.
But would you agree that the vast majority of that evidence is purely circumstantial?
No matter how you categorize it, it all points to one person, the defendant.
Hey, I understand how you feel, but this is my life.
Do you have any more questions for this witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Lieutenant McBain, is it true that you are currently under the care of the police department's psychiatrist?
Objection, Your Honor. That question is totally irrelevant, not to mention prejudicial.
Withdrawn, Your Honor. No further questions.
You may step down. Call your next witness, Mr. Hughes.
Commonwealth calls Blair Kramer to the stand.